Ash was already falling from the sky. The ground trembled beneath their feet, but no one in Pompeii believed the mountain would kill them. They had hours, or so they thought. Within a single day, an entire Roman city would vanish. No warning system, no escape. This is the final 24 hours of Pompeii. Pompeii was not a small village. It was a thriving Roman city. Nearly 20,000 people lived there. Markets were crowded. Wine shops were full. Theaters hosted performances. Fishermen returned from the sea. And above it all stood Mount Vesuvius. Quiet, green, unremarkable. The mountain had not erupted in centuries. To the people of Pompeii, it was simply part of the landscape. But in the days before the disaster, something felt different. Small earthquakes shook the ground. Wells began to dry. Dogs barked through the night. Still, life continued, because earthquakes were common in southern Italy. No one imagined this was different. But something had already changed beneath the mountain. Pressure was building, and Pompeii was directly in its path. They just didn't know it yet. Around midday, on August 24, 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius exploded. A violent blast tore open the summit. A massive column of ash and rock shot nearly 20 miles into the sky. Witnesses later described it as shaped like a pine tree, a towering column rising upward, then spreading outward into darkness. Within minutes, ash began to fall over Pompeii. At first, it looked almost harmless, like gray snow. Children watched it fall. Some people even stayed inside, waiting for it to pass. They believed it would end. It didn't. And this was only the beginning. The real danger had not even arrived. By late afternoon, the sky turned black. Not cloudy, black. Stones began crashing onto rooftops. Pumice, hardened volcanic rock, fell in waves. Roofs collapsed under the weight. Streets filled with debris. People began wrapping cloth around their faces. Families gathered belongings. Some tried to flee toward the sea. Others barricaded themselves indoors. Many made decisions based on one assumption. They believed the worst had already happened. They were wrong. The deadliest moment was still hours away. As darkness consumed the city, fear took over. Lightning flashed inside the ash cloud. The ground shook violently. People stumbled through streets they could no longer see. Torches barely cut through the thick air. Parents carried children. Some prayed, some froze, some waited. Ash continued falling. Pompeii was suffocating slowly. But the most deadly phase was still coming, and when it came, there would be no second chance. In the early hours of the morning, Vesuvius unleashed something far more lethal. A pyroclastic surge. A superheated wave of gas, ash, and rock moving faster than a hurricane. Temperatures soared above 500 degrees Celsius. There was no outrunning it. When the surge hit Pompeii, it killed instantly. Many never saw it. They never heard it. It moved too fast. People were overcome in seconds. Bodies were frozen in motion. Some shielding loved ones, some curled on the ground, some still reaching for doors. The city did not burn slowly. It was erased. By sunrise, Pompeii was gone, buried under meters of ash and stone. The streets were invisible, homes sealed, voices silenced. Nearby towns suffered too, but Pompeii was entombed completely. Over time, the world forgot it existed. Fields grew over the buried city. Generations passed. For nearly 1,700 years, Pompeii remained hidden. But the city was not lost forever. It was waiting. In 1748, workers digging near Naples uncovered something unusual. Walls, frescoes, streets, and bodies. The ash that destroyed Pompeii had preserved it. When archaeologists poured plaster into the empty spaces left in the hardened ash, something haunting appeared. Human forms. Final moments captured in stone. A mother holding her child. Two figures embracing. A man covering his face. These were not statues. They were the final seconds of real people, preserved by disaster. The people of Pompeii were not reckless. They were not foolish. They simply believed they had more time. History shows us they didn't. In just 24 hours, a city was erased, and Mount Vesuvius still stands there today, silent, watching.
Like, comment, and subscribe for more documentaries like this.